Cheetahs are the third largest of the big cats in Africa. In Africa, cheetahs range from the south to the east and north as seen on this map. Their range has been shrinking due to habitat loss, poaching, and other human interferences. They are quite slender in build, or tall, ranging in height from 28 to 35 inches at the shoulder, and weigh from 46 to 160 pounds. We are going to look at cheetahs from Kenya, Tanzania, and 2 locations in South Africa. As we will see, cheetahs inhabit dry forest, scrub forest, and savannas. My first experiences with cheetahs occurred in 2014 on a photo safari in Kenya. There, the cheetahs were most often seen hunting and resting in the open grassland savannas. Cheetahs are sight hunters, and they seek any available elevation to get long views. When low-limbed spreading trees are unavailable, cheetahs seek elevated sight lines from atop termite mounds and even climb on safari vehicles. Cheetahs are not found in groups except for small family groups containing a mother and her cubs. However, mature brother cheetahs will typically travel and hunt together. With regard to females, they become solitary about when they breed for the first time. Then they will leave the company of their mothers and find a relatively safe new territory and fend for themselves. When 3 to 5 cubs are born, the new mother cheetah will nurse her cubs for about 6 months. The mother will call the cubs to her with a distinct chirp. Cheetah cubs are very vulnerable to predation by other carnivores, and typically half of the litter mates do not survive their first year. The cubs' best defense is to silently hide in tall grass and brush. Their very long gray-brown hair on their backs and the subtle spots on their pelts probably help them in this regard while the cubs are quite young. Mother cheetahs frequently move their cubs as soon as they can follow her. This is about 6 weeks of age. After weaning, the mother will bring prey to her cubs. The mother will lick her cubs after they eat, and as they grow, there is a lot of mutual grooming among family members. These grown twin cheetah brothers live in the Madwikwe Reserve's dry country in northern South Africa near the Botswana border. We found them traveling across their territory in the heat of the day. One of the brothers wears a tracking collar so that the rangers can keep track of this vulnerable pair. As with all cats, cheetahs regularly mark their territories. There can be a whole lot of marking as brothers travel together. My most recent contact with cheetahs came during August 2017 in the Phinda Reserve located at the eastern edge of Southeast Africa. The Phinda area, with its dry forests and brushlands, is well known for its cheetah sightings. It also has few lions, which probably benefits their cheetah survival rates. Our first encounter was at the end of the day, and it involved a mother with her 2 adolescent sons. We see them leaving the cover of the forest and walking in an open area where they can rest and still see for some distance. They presented us with a beautifully relaxed family scene that involved quite a bit of mutual grooming. The offspring may remain with the mother for up to 20 months because the adolescent offspring may require up to 15 months to successfully capture and kill prey. A successful capture requires learning how to trip running prey, and a kill will occur when the young cheetah learns how to administer a choking bite to the neck and to hold on until the prey suffocates. This can take many minutes. The next morning dawned with considerable fog. Our first animal sightings were rather ghostly. Then we saw beside the sandy road the tracks of 2 cheetahs. After some tracking and backtracking, we finally located them as they patrolled their territory. These 2 grown brothers were going about their morning patrol with little concern for us. They were a beautiful sight in the fog and the flat morning light. Cheetahs, like greyhounds, are built for sprinting. They have deep chests, compact heads, long legs and bodies, and have substantial tails for balancing and quartering at speed. They are the fastest land mammal and can attain speed bursts of 60 miles an hour or slightly more. More typically, they chase at about 40 miles an hour to be able to follow their sideways darting prey. There was a lot of territorial marking, both at trees and even in trees. Unlike wild dogs and even hyenas, cheetahs are not long-distance runners. They prefer to begin their chases at less than 100 meters, but they only succeed in catching their prey about 20 to 30% of the time. Adolescent cheetahs learning to hunt are particularly inept at getting close enough before starting their runs. Cheetahs are active and hunt during the daytime when lions and hyenas are less active. Preferred prey are antelopes and gazelles that are somewhat smaller than the cheetah. However, in the Phinda area, the larger nyala is frequently taken, especially when it is not full grown. Here one brother sprays his brother, and I remarked from the truck,
He's in his territory wherever they go.
male cheetahs live approximately 10 years in the wild. Females live to approximately 14 to 15 years and seem to end their reproductive cycle at 12 years. That's all, folks. Till my next safari.